Growing up in San Francisco was really exciting. It was quite a unique experience, and especially for a kid, with so much to do. You had lots of different activities, you had a lot of cultures, and so I really enjoyed growing up there. It was a really good experience for me. So being in San Francisco was like, you just had a cornucopia of people, and everybody was into entertainment, they were in sports, they were just, it was just really nice experience to grow up in.
So in your early years growing up, what did you got your music inspired?
Well, growing up, being inspired in music, I'd go back to my parents. They were gospel singers, and I started singing at the age of 6. And through the years, as it progressed, and I started singing a lot in church, a lot of choirs. I did that for years, but I kind of like being in talent shows where I could sing, like back then we called it rock and roll. And so when I got older, then I started singing with bands, and that was really a unique experience in itself. So I love to sing with the bands. First band I sung with, I was working in a laundry, and this guy told me, says, "Hey, my brother's got a band, and they're looking for a lead singer." And so that was just right up my alley, that sparked all my interest. So I went to the rehearsal that night, and I sung a couple of songs, and they said, "Okay, well, we like you." And so I got to the band, and it was called Lee James and the Groove Ends back then. And so I was known as Little Dan, and I don't know why they did that. But we did like 5 acts, and what I would do is each act I'd come out, I'd change clothes, I'd have a different outfit, because that's the way we did it back then. Really into show business. And so after being in that band, then I joined another band called the International Set. And that was really a big band. We had a full horn section, rhythm section, keyboard players. And we did a lot of songs like from Chicago, and just a lot of James Brown. And at that time it was Tower Power, and they had a lot of bands like Sly Stone, and so I really enjoyed that. So that was my experience too. That was my inspiration to go on, and so that just kind of made me want to do more. So I really enjoyed that.
So what years when that got you started?
The years I got started, I want to say really was around the 1960s, say about 1967. That's when I started singing with the bands, and we did a lot of shows and things in Chinatown and Yerba Buena, different parts of San Francisco. We go to San Jose. We did a lot of shows. And so around the 1960s is when I started. So that was the years that kind of gave me that boost, to do my craft.
So when did you get heard on VEDA, or who got you into VEDA?
Okay, when I got into VEDA, I had actually started, I transformed from bands to vocal groups, like 5-man groups, and it was a group called New Love. And so what happened was one of the guys knew Bill Whatley, who was the leader of VEDA at that time. And he said, hey, we're recording a song. He said, you might want to check this guy out and see what he's all about. So I went and met Bill. It was around, I want to say 1978 at that time. And so I met Bill, and they were doing a song called You Can Love Again. And so You Can Love Again, we went to the studio to record the song. So by me having a lot of ad-lib to go into the back to add to the song, the engineer said, well, why doesn't he lead the song? And so that's how I became the lead singer for You Can Love Again. We had other songs that we recorded. Get Up to Get Down, I did that. We had other songs like What It's All About, and other songs like Nothing But a Party. So I pretty much recorded on those songs, myself in that time frame, myself.
So what year was VEDA when you did You Can Love Again?
You Can Love Again was 1978. That was the first song. Before I got into VEDA, they had already recorded a couple of songs called When in the He Say, She Say. So then after that, we kind of just went into, the love song type things, like I said, You Can Love Again. So like I say, 1978 was the year that I really got my start as, a lead singer and a vocalist. You Can Love Again was a song that was #1 for 13 weeks in the Bay Area. And at the time we had KSOL radio, and Nick Harper was the MC, and he was the disc jockey for that song. So he put us on the air. And so we did our little shows and went around and started producing ourselves, and that was my start.
So is Bill Whatley a person that you get along with?
Oh, for sure. Me and Bill, we've been friends ever since 1978, all the way up till today. And we did a lot of things together, a lot of recordings. We collaborated. I was kind of instrumental in doing like background vocals and writing lyrics, and Bill would write lyrics, and so we collaborated like that. And that's what, but we're really good friends to this day.
So who's all the other members in VEDA that were part of the sound?
The other members, the first, when he first started VEDA, he had a friend, Jerry Miller. So it was Bill and Jerry Miller, had Tim Thomas, we had Lonnie McClain, Tony Glover. At one time, my brother, Douglas, he even joined the group. And so that's how we, just kind of stayed together for a while. But then my brother, he went on to sing with his own group at that time. So he had a short, stay with the group.
So your brother is still performing, correct?
Yes, he's still performing. He performs with the Legends of Motown, which is like a cover band. And he's part of the Temptations. They have the Marvelettes. They have Stevie Wonder. They have Marvin Gaye. And so they put on these shows and they go around. They go to Vegas. They go to Thunder Valley and Sacramento. Sometimes they even go to Laughlin. And my brother, he's been overseas like Spain, Italy, with the group that he sings with. So he's been around, I'd say about 30 some odd years in the business himself.
With VEDA, why didn't you produce more records? Why we never heard any more music?
Well, what happened with VEDA was that a lot of the material was lost, which I didn't handle. And so whatever we had that we recorded that had been playing on the air, that was it. But it was a lot more. So to this day, I couldn't even tell you where it is. It could materialize and turn up anywhere in the world, preferably in other countries, which that's what has been happening. So a lot of the songs that we recorded turned up in the UK, and which over there in the UK, everything is, people are really, they enjoyed the sound and they liked the music that VEDA put out. And so, like I said, a lot of the music was lost, but we had quite a lot. So it was just one of those things, but hey, today it's still happening.
You said in the UK you found those records. We found one called Soul Spectrum. It came out in 1998, and Bob Jones is the one that put this record on. Mm-hmm. And it was What's All About. That was a big step, finding one of your records, or one of your songs actually on there.
Yeah, that was really I tell you, it was really a surprise to me, and I felt really good about that, to see that people really liked the song, What It's All About. And I was reading about on YouTube, I think, at one time, and I ran across What It's All About, and somebody made the comment that it had a flavor like Boz Scaggs. Lowdown, I guess, because we had the flutes and all this stuff, and the rhythm was pretty much, I would say, the same. So, and like I say, with this album, this is a godsend here, and it's really an honor to know that somebody still, likes VEDA, and so I'm really happy for this.
So, I know you and Bill Whatley used to make music together, and you never knew that you had one song from another group called Sorokas that you sang, but you never knew it ever got produced. It was called Dream Girl.
Right. Okay, Dream Girl, yes, it was recorded with Sorokas. Now, what happened, VEDA ventured off into another another band, and they changed the name to Sorokas. I was with them briefly, but during the time I was with them, we recorded Dream Girl. And so through the years, I didn't know what happened to Dream Girl, but I knew it was there. And so finally, this materialized, Dream Girl, which it was not on the Sorokas album. So it was never put on the album. So, but for some reason it's on this 45. And so Dream Girl is, I was kind of proud of that. And I like Dream Girl.
All right, so on Dream Girl on Sorokas, you and Bill sang the song, correct?
Right.
Did you also write it?
We both wrote the songs. And we co-written the song together. So I wrote a lot of the lyrics myself. And so we just put this song together. You know, that's how we came up with Dream Girl. So I was instrumental in writing the song too.
So, as in VEDA, you sung the songs, but did you actually do any of the writing?
I wrote lyrics. I co-wrote a lot of songs with Bill, and we produced, you know, a lot of the songs. So yeah, I was instrumental in writing, especially on What It's All About. You Can Love Again, I choreographed the background vocals and things like that for that song. And Get Up, Get Down, I wrote some of those lyrics also. So it was an experience.
So we had some people in the UK. We had a guy named Paul Capon. He was helping us out finding some old pictures of you at the Soul Forum on the UK. What do you express on that?
Well, I think that it shows VEDA, and it shows what we looked like back then. We were all quite young, so you know. And when I saw the pictures, you know, it's just like, wow, you know, that's me, you know. And so it's an honor to see that something like that turned up in the UK. One picture, I know that I had no idea that it was there. So somebody has it, or, you know, so it's just, you never know what's going on with things like pictures and records. But I was happy to see all of this.
So after VEDA, many years went by, and you started Romantic Dan. So how long ago when you started that?
Well, Romantic Dan started, I want to say, in 2017, and it just kind of stuck with me. And so Romantic Dan it's like, that's my trade name now. And so when I do my online shows, it's always the Romantic Dan experience. And it's a new image for me because, well, let's go back. All the years that went by, I was singing gospel music. So that was quite a few years. I want to say let's go about maybe 16 years, just for the record. But, you know, you kind of miss the roots, what you like to do. And it was just like something just kind of grabbing at me, you know. And every time I hear somebody like the Temptations, you know, all those groups out there, Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know, it just kind of made me want to go back into what I used to do. So after a while, you know, I started doing like karaoke and stuff, and that was okay. But then the opportunity came up to do the online shows like on Facebook. And so now what I'm doing, basically, I'm really having a good time doing this, and I like to do all these different shows. So I rehearse. And I do a lot of songs, the cover songs for, from certain artists. And it goes on to YouTube and like that.
For being the lead singer and going on to the single Romantic Dan, from all these years doing it, you ever have any regrets?
No, I don't have regrets. I think this was a gift. And just to continue to do, your craft and just, expose your gift to the world. That's really important because you make people happy. But I never have regrets. I love it. I'm enjoying it. And I mean, I'm just overwhelmed with all the things that are happening right now, the shows. And so, no, I never regretted any of that. Matter of fact, I'm just happy that I'm still able to do it. And that's what's the most important thing about this, being Romantic Dan.
For being Romantic Dan, the age 76 coming up being 77, what do you want to say encourage other artists out there that are still?
Well, I like to let all the artists that started out around the same time that I did and that are still out there performing, is just continue to do what you're doing. Enjoy it, because hey, that's a gift from God that He blessed you to have. So just continue to do what you're doing.